Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Napoleon Total, and I'm back again with Rome 2 DI Egypt campaign. And well, that was a massive start of words right there. Last term we just destroyed Ethiopia, conquered the entire province of Ethiopia, and now we have rich access to gold. This I'm gonna destroy this as well from agriculture. Export food. No, I need food. No, I don't need food, but I do want food. I do not need that. Okay. I have a lot of money in the bank. And yeah, we're just moving everyone north. Now let's start some diplomatic intrigue, as what I always like to call it. Once again, you still do not want devious. Oh god. You're at war with a lot of people and everyone hates you. Your satraps. Oh wow, only 2, okay. Cancel satrap status to Lydia. Payment. Offer payment. All my money. No. Okay, well, in this game, I'm pretty dang happy that they've essentially just destroyed Lydia. I was wondering if I need a navy, but I guess not. Lydia, who are you at war with? All these people, but are any of them to the north? Okay, no. I guess not. Well, that is pretty... Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it for this turn. Let's keep moving. No, I do not need any more units. Wait. We need any more... Kushite painting warriors are useless. Spearmen are also useless. Yeah, the second... Oh yeah, we also have to raise another army in Alexandria. Where do I want to raise the army? Alexandria or Memphis? Here or here? Oh my god. Alright, Defenders varies, reinstate, recruit. Who is this? No. Fleet. You raised the wrong army, you idiot. I'm talking to myself, obviously, not to anyone here. Recruit. Boom. Oh great. Oh great. Oh great. Red Sea Hoplites. That's interesting. That's really interesting. But, just do that. Judea. The province of Judea. I think I also need a fleet in order to take this place down, but... Alright. Do I have any ships? No. Which is great. Alright, so history of the Seleucids. The Seleucids were also one of the Successor kingdoms. The founder of the Empire, Seleucus, was a very good general. I think I've talked about his war at Babylon. So basically what happened was that Seleucus had to fight his war at Babylon. And what he did was basically, Antigonus had a very massive Greek Macedonian army. And Antigonus was one of the successors in the War of the Diadochi. And everyone disliked him because he wanted to reconquer Alexander's empire, and he certainly had numbers and army to conquer. So everyone's legit afraid of him. So everyone at that time, Ptolemy, Seleucus, Caesarea, which is the rebels in Greece, all decided to screw that and just destroy what's his face? Oh yeah, Antigonus and his son Demetrius. So Seleucus was one of the, essentially as you can call it, warlords of the time. Recruited. Mission failed. Can you... Okay. I'm not trying to say anything, but can you... Okay, yeah, let's do that. Everyone has been set a march order. Yeah, everyone has been set with a march order. Alright. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do. But keep talking about Seleucid. What terms? Okay. Yeah, there's really nothing much I can do. Okay, should I upgrade? Okay. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. What is this? Grain, food, iron. No, I'll try to upgrade Alexandria again. That's it. Continue. So, Seleucus was a very great general from all records and from my own personal view. And the reason is pretty obvious. Seleucus obviously has spent a lot of time fighting in wars. One example of this was during his wars with Antigonus. So basically, Seleucus was in Asia Minor. Well, the place in which we formerly the Persian Empire, and basically near Babylon, and and so basically he wanted the city of Babylon, which is very, how do I put it, a very good city. Historically, it also made a greater city. It was the seat, I believe it was the seat of the Persian Empire, but Alexander himself will spend a lot of time in Babylon. And so Seleucus wanted to take Babylon, but this is where his numbers and Antigonus's numbers came in. Antigonus had a way larger army than him, and Seleucus, from what I believe, was either very smart or something, because what he did was I'll do education. Did I not? Okay. Nope. Okay. The way of force. Simulation. Nice. Okay, good. And yeah, it was not a pretty sight for Seleucus, who had to deal with a lot of enemy armies. But on the other hand, when he did deal with the enemy armies, he was also pretty good at. Essentially, what he did in Mesopotamia was he basically launched a guerrilla war against Antigonus, denying him of supplies, denying him of everything, and he did a very good job at it. So good that after many times, there was a battle in which Antigonus and Seleucus fought. And after the battle, during the battle, we don't know who won. According to historical sources, we do not know. But from my guess, personally, either Seleucus won a very Pyrrhic victory, or he won a close victory. Because what happened next was that Antigonus decided, you know what, peace out. I have to deal with Ptolemy. And that's it. And then they were like, peace out. And then obviously the story of Seleucus during that time didn't end there. What happened next was that Seleucus had to deal with the Indian kings, and they decided to invade Bactria, which asked Seleucus for help, and Seleucus said, sure, I will help. So Seleucus went not into India, but he went into India, to invade India, and to actually secure the border with India. And then we obviously still, from the records of the time, we don't know who won the war. But we do know that after the battle, Seleucus did have to give a few settlements left and right.
For the sake of friendship that has been and friendship to come, greeting.
In return,
Be welcome here and speak as you wish.
In return, Seleucus had got himself 500 Indian war elephants. Yeah, you heard me right. It's not 50, it's not 100, it's 500 Indian war elephants. And now you might be a little bit scared in the sense that, oh, that's a lot of war elephants. And just to give you an idea how, I keep emphasizing how overpowered war elephants are, but just to give you an idea, like, if you want to kill a war elephant, the only real way of killing a war elephant, even at that time, was trying to, like, kill it by, essentially, killing it through, like not putting a wound, but like stabbing it in the eye, and to which Alexander did very well in the Battle of the Hydaspes against the enemy General Porus. Anyway, that's all. That's history, even more history. And our friend Seleucus got 500 war elephants, and then came the news that Antigonus, once again, everyone he's Antigonus at this point, decided to, you know what, screw this, and I'm gonna declare myself heir to Alexander's throne, which literally made everyone unhappy. Caesar wasn't happy, Ptolemy wasn't happy, and Seleucus was eventually gonna be very unhappy when he gets the news, because he was still campaigning in India. So, in turn, Ptolemy and Lysander decide, you know what, if he's gonna declare, if Antigonus is gonna declare himself heir to the Emperor of Alexander, we're gonna essentially declare war on him. But obviously they knew that declaring war on Antigonus was not an easy thing, because Antigonus still had that massive army, massive territory, almost like, just to give you just to give you how big Antigonus's lands was, he had most of modern-day Turkey, almost all of Syria, except for, almost all of Syria. Let me just... Great Fire, wait, what? Where is the... Are you serious? Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me, come on, dude. It's all of this area, well, not Pergamon, but all of this area, and Seleucus was essentially right here. And so Ptolemy and Lysander, who was the other dude, who was residing in, essentially, in Greece, was reacting that they need, Seleucus's assistance, and they really wish to get Seleucus's assistance. But remember, this is back in the day, and in order to give someone news, you have to literally go like, what, 500 miles? And why did I do that? Why did I just do that? Okay, because I need food. And you have to go hundreds of miles. It's probably because of the fire, right? Fire, yeah. Devastation -3, yeah. And so, they had to send messages to Seleucus. Now, at this point, the entire campaign against India was wrapping up, and the Indian king was like, you know what, the kings of India decided, you know what, Seleucus, we have our own internal problems to deal with, so peace out for now. Do whatever you want. Here, take 500 elephants, but remember the border, right? Let's just keep the border claim. And Seleucus was like, yeah, I don't want to march into India. We all know what happened to Alexander when he asked his army to march into India. Hint, hint, if you don't remember, basically what happened was that Alexander's army mutinied, and that was almost caused a military disaster. And as a matter of fact, for those that don't really understand why they were mutiny, they mutinied because during the war, Porus at the Battle of Hydaspes did not bring a lot of war elephants. And you have to remember these are Indian elephants, so the next biggest war elephant. And no, not once again, no. And but on the next battle, after Alexander defeated Porus, he wanted to march against once again into India, and he found out that in the next battle they had at least 500 war elephants waiting for them to fight them, and that literally put the shivers into the Macedonian army, and they were like, "Yeah, Alexander, let's not march into India," and to be. And you couldn't argue with Alexander, like, well, you can't argue with Alexander. What I'm trying to say is that, yeah, so basically Alexander decided, you know what, yeah, it is getting too problematic, and if the army mutinies right now, I am not only screwed, I might actually die. Cappadocia, once again, you guys are unhappy. Did I exempt you from, oh, no, I didn't. Okay, that's why. So, yeah, people were unhappy off the bat. And then now Seleucus, in turn, has just been given 500 war elephants, which is, needless to say, impressive. And so after he defeated, well, he didn't defeat. I think it was a Pyrrhic victory according to the sources. Both sides were just like, let's end the war. After he peaced out with India, did the messenger arrive from Lysander and and Ptolemy. And not only did Seleucus agree, but he set out marching right away. Now, according to the sources, he marched all his army to Raphia. And to get an estimate of where Raphia is, I'll show you once this is done. Raphia is... No, sorry, not Raphia. Oh my god, what am I saying? Raphia's that battle. He forced marches his entire army into... Seleucus forced marches his entire army to fight the Battle of Ipsus. Now, I'm going to show you guys where Ipsus is after this is finished. Come on, get on with it, please. Ipsus is right here somewhere. I don't know the exact place, but Ipsus is right here somewhere. Raphia is here somewhere. And just to go on with what I was saying, Raphia was the battle in which Ptolemy IV defeated Seleucus. No, not Seleucus. Antiochus. And yeah. Syrian levies, Judean levies. These are all bad units. Can I get some mercenaries? Gallic swordsmen. That's not bad. Camel archers. That's bad. Alright, how many units can I deploy? Oh, okay, so this is almost a max army. Okay, let's go. Let's keep moving, Red Sea Hoplites. Get 2 of them. These guys should be way better than... Nope, I do not. You are Egyptian nobility, Macedonian nobility. No. Yeah, these guys should be way better than these Gallic shell swords. But although Gallic shell swords are not bad. Yeah, actually no, these guys are bad. Okay. Great. Just bought a terrible unit. These guys are Thracian Crocos. Yeah, these guys are pretty dang good. I can get another unit. What should I get? Boom. That's it. I do not like faction destroyed. Epirus is destroyed? Wow. Who has Epirus? And oh wow, that's Macedon. Wow, so there was a revolt in Macedon. Jesus Christ. Seleucus, you do not want a peace treaty. You do not. You hate me. You hate me. And I'm gonna send you once again on a diplomatic mission to Macedon. Sorry, no, not Macedon. Seleucus. No, Seleucus is in the positive grade. Antioch. Antioch. Alright. And so basically Seleucus was a pretty great general. So Seleucus invaded, and remember, Seleucus did his invasion in the forced marched his entire army in the winter through a mountain range. I believe it's the Capitol. I don't know what's the exact name of the mountain range, but if his records are true, which I do not know if they're 100% true. As a matter of fact, I don't know if anyone knew if they're true. Then his forced march will be on the same level as Hannibal Barca's crossing the Alps, which is pretty dang impressive. Now you might be asking me, why do I say Seleucus is a way better general than Ptolemy? Well, now I'm going to explain the Battle of Ipsus. Battle of Ipsus was basically Oh, really? The Battle of Ipsus was basically where Seleucus' army and Lysander, Ptolemy once again was not there. Mostly it was Seleucus' army. This is how the successor kingdoms fought their wars. In the front you have elephants. Both sides have their elephants in their front, and they just charge their... Good. Okay, that's bad. Gosh darn. You guys are... Okay. This man was once a slave, but as a slave driver he was cool and heartless. His lack of compassion and regular... He gives... Demote him. Okay. This army has literally no cavalry. What the freak? And Judea is not a province known for having cavalry. Agreed. We are doomed. We are doomed. Wait. I do not need mercenaries. I need... yeah. Okay. I think 2 armies to invade Antioch, 1 army to invade Palmyra and Duria. It should be enough. I'm gonna station this army in here to invade. Well, actually, no, that's a stupid idea. Why am I doing that? Okay, all my army should be in Tylos this entire year, and I'm running a deficit. Okay. Now, you guys are happy. You guys are happy. You guys are happy. You guys are happy. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tax the hell out of you. Raise taxes by a bit. We're now back in the positive. Up to great. No, it's not. We just dealt with the upkeep. So the Battle of Ipsus was basically... Actually, no. 1 second before I talk about that Battle of Ipsus. You are strong, indeed. Get out. Okay, the Battle of Ipsus, like with all battles, the center of the successor lines were elephants, and it just comes to show you how important elephants were in battles, especially for these successor kingdoms. Another thing that is also pretty interesting, behind them are their phalangites, or Sarissa armed pikemen. And on the flanks will be the cavalry, along with what remaining elephants they can spare. And for Ipsus, it was a matter of 100 elephants in the front lines from both sides. So you're just gonna have a thundering amount of war elephants, and usually what these elephants do will eventually fight each other to the death, and usually not a lot of elephants will come out of that alive, which is, so let's be honest, it's a pretty bad place for you to put war elephants because they're all eventually gonna die. Anyway, Seleucus, remember I said he had a lot of Indian war elephants, right? So he put 100 Indian war elephants. You gotta be kidding me. That's fine, that's fine. Well, I don't have a lot of slaves. Anyway, so, you can assist by helping. That's it. Okay, I can recruit cavalry. And so basically, it was... I think I already encountered them a long time ago, didn't I?
Speak quickly and well. Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
One second. Battle of Ipus was basically a whole line of elephants charging at each other, and then after following the line of elephants, there was an entire army group of sorts of pikemen charging at each other, basically poking each other to death. Now, this is where Seleucus will be essentially a genius. Seleucus had 100 war elephants in reserve. And just to give you an example of what should happen in a regular battle, the cavalry on the flanks should break the enemy cavalry or make them run away, the enemy cavalry run away from the battlefield. And then that's when these guys will do hammer and antvil tactics. So for those who don't know what hammer and antvil tactics are, it's basically you have your front lines fighting each other, that's the anvil, and then you have your hammer, which is the cavalry. Obviously, most units, when that happens, they break. And during the battle, Ipus, apparently Demetrius, who was commanding Antigonus' cavalry, and remember Demetrius is Antigonus' son, led the cavalry to flank, but in return he broke, according to the source, he broke Seleucus' cavalry, or I believe his Lysander's combined. Lysander's and Seleucus' cavalry. And when he was about to turn around, military, he ran up against, well actually no, historically his, what happened, according to the sources, when Seleucus saw when Seleucus saw Demetrius coming to, essentially do a hammer and antvil tactic, he literally sent his remaining 100 war elephants just charging at, what's his face? Yeah, that dude, Demetrius. And the result, and that caused Demetrius' line to not only break in terror, but it destroyed the will of his cavalry, because remember, horses are not big compared to war elephants, and these are one of the biggest war elephants of the time. You're at war with all these people. Okay, good. And yeah, that was a decisive victory, decisive win for Seleucus. Because now, Seleucus' cavalry was now allowed to do hammer and antvils. So it was a bloody defeat. And Seleucus, from the sources that I read, it seemed that Seleucus was just waiting for his cavalry to return, which just tells you how smart of a dude he was. And well, he's not that smartest general in the field in all of history, but for that time, I guess he's pretty dang smart, compared to Ptolemy at least. Now, once again, why does Seleucus hate me so much? Because Seleucus was fighting at the Battle of Ipus. Remember, Ptolemy was not present at Ipus, but instead he decided to invade Syria. Now, once again, Syria was a province under Antigonus, and historically it was promised to Seleucus, and that is why after the war everyone hated each other. Just literally everyone hated each other.
What can I do for you?
Now,
Ready for battle.
I spent a lot of time talking, and I think I'll just shut up at this point, because next turn we're just gonna be marching to Seleucid territory. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. A lot of time talking about a lot of history that you guys probably don't even want to care about. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for this episode. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.